You're now witnessing the Quintessence Coalition. Presented by Afternoon Tea in part with the Todd Donald Show and the Listeners Group. The Quintessence Coalition is immersive experiences and conscious collaborations. Sights, sounds, and spirits. The Quintessence Coalition. It's the reimagining of next-level art and music presentation with a twist through inspired expression across several mediums. It combines music and art, designed, produced, and curated by several artisans and talents to provide an interactive experience for a diverse audience, generating space for innovative curiosity. Sights, sounds, and spirits. Sights, live art, performance art, and dance. Sounds, music, spoken word, slam poetry, and DJ producer sets. Spirits, energy work, divination, and food and beverage. Up next on the Quintessence Coalition.
Tree at My Window by Robert Lee Frost. Tree at my window, window tree. My sash is lowered when night comes on, but let there be never a curtain drawn between you and me. Vague dream head lifted out of the ground, and thing next most diffused to cloud. Not all your light, tongues talking aloud, can be profound. But tree, I have seen you taken and tossed, and if you've seen me when I slept, you've seen me when I was taken and swept and all but lost. That day she put our heads together, fate had her imagination about her. Your head so much concerned with outer, mine with inner weather.
Thanks for tuning in, dear viewer. There's always more sights, sounds, and spirits to enjoy than you're already aware of. Get ready for more of that when we come back. Welcome back for more Quintessence Coalition. Does it ever help to remind yourself that there's support coming from out there?
Yeah, I think it does.
And how much?
I think, especially when I started out music, I was very shy and self-conscious, and I still really am, honestly, about especially original songs. Like, I always thought I was faking it, and still probably think I'm faking it, but
Hashtag imposter syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. So hearing people say like, no, I actually really like this song. That's the one place that to me really helps me realize that I can do it. Cause like shows and stuff, I guess I can tell by people's like physical reactions, whether they like the music or not. So that is a reinforcement in itself. But yeah, like the stuff I've written when people say something good about it blows my mind. I'm like, wow, like this might actually be good,
Yeah. One thing that bothers me that's just unfortunately true, and another reason that you don't need boys, is that, and I was talking with Jesse T about this, like you can be as talented as either of you two are at playing and engaging on stage and singing and writing songs, but at the end of the day, there's going to be just this whole audience of people that's like, well, you got a nice face and set of legs, but I'm sure whatever you were playing was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to that being an element of just truth of humans right now and every day before.
Yep. All of past history.
Yeah. That's obviously going to be the opposite. That's external, the opposite of motivation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have to build and refine these muscles that work against that or around it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit weird. I mean, I know what you're saying because like at gigs, and I'm sure Jesse T has said very similar things to this, at gigs, more times than not, like I want to say probably 8%, and that's being like very humble about the number. If a guy comes up to me and says, wow, you're talented, I'm like, oh, they're going to try and get my number. You know what I mean? Or like they're going to say some like weird sleazy comment. And
she just performed, I have a reaction, therefore I have an in.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly. Or like I find a lot of guys, and I'm generalizing guys, but mix up talent with attraction. Like if a guy thinks I'm talented, I want them to sit there, think I'm talented, and go download my music on Spotify. Like that's being very blunt. I don't want you to come up to me and be like, hey, like, I just heard you. I thought you were really good. And like, you're really gorgeous too, by the way. And I'm like, oh God, here we go.
There's always more sights, sounds, and spirits to enjoy than you're already aware of. Get ready for more of that when we come back. Thanks for tuning in, dear viewer. Check this out.
Know what it is, baby. Give me the sauce, baby. Know what it is, baby. Give me the sauce, baby. Know when I dip you, don't even trip, boo. Straight off the rip, you know what it is, boo. You like that flavor, like what it's doing to you. Now if you want some more, yeah, we can give it to you. You like that flavor, like what it's doing to you. Like now if you want some more, yeah, we can give it to you. Give it to you. Woo! We gon' give it to you, baby. You like it? You want some? We gon' give it to you, baby. You like it? You want some? Yeah, we gon' give it to you. We gon' give it to you. Boss got the sauce, good God finger lick. Old school so good when it hit your lips. Johnny be the splash in the dash, got a dip. Zoo wanna go, gotta skip, don't trip. Eat up your show, do a toast and we ghost. Swayze in the lab, molding tracks like clay. No, we don't sleep, squeeze a week in a day. Day in, day out, marinate the quality over quantity, ayy. Our quantities are quality though. Burning through the beast, G flambe. How we get fly, split the pie two ways. Do you like my drip? Or a body bling like I'm gold plated dip. Son, is no cap, just a wig flip. Call it Tupac, got the juice, wanna ha. We gon' show you how to drip. Ha, yeah. We gon' show you how to ha, drip. These days my taste deep. Wrestle octopus, 7 leagues for the ink. Careers get cut like chips cutting the crank. So I hit them with everything, including the kitchen sink. Life is but a blink. You hear, then you bounce, man. I stretched out the sling. Even wifey strips like vanity in the mink. Italian Chile in a love bazaar. Bizarre natural, y'all cooking with lard. From afar, my wine look like I'm sipping on stars. I'm so Mars with the bars. I play ball with the cosmos. The God starts turn osmos. I'm dope. Call me Rock Kim's gold rope. Zoo beat, don't sweat the tech. Got heads bobbing like woo, protect your neck. Oh. Ha. We gon' show you how to drip. Ha. Yeah. We gon' show you how to ha. Drip.
You have to be dipped into the dipper and then poured back on the earth.
Hi, my name is Teresa B, and I am a local psychic. I am specializing in Norse runes. So you've heard of tarot cards? They're from Italy. Well, runes are from Northern Europe. They are Viking and Celtic, and they're the letters of the Old Norse alphabet, and they have the same sort of energy and information that tarot cards have. Time of day, time of year, male, female, anything in between, things in the sky, things on the earth, things in the nether region, all of that sort of thing. And so we're going to play with those today. So we only have a couple of minutes, so I'm going to move pretty quickly. So I have a bag. This is what they sort of look like. So I'm going to pull 2 out as an introduction. Oh, we've got Winjo. And we've got Ingoods. Okay, so let's talk about Winjo. This is Winjo. Winjo is the rune of joy. Joy is a very high frequency. It is the rune of happiness, of harmony, of hope. This rune was really important. They would paint it on the doors of houses where people were getting married, or somebody was very ill and had recovered, or a new child had been safely born. It's that sense of joy within. And whenever I have clients who pull this rune, they say, I don't remember the last time I felt joy. And I can understand that, particularly in these COVID times. I can understand that. But you need to find your joy again. That's what this rune is telling all of us, that even in these horrendous times, there's still joy to be had. It's just you have to up your joy awareness, so to speak. So I'm outside. I live in woods here in Burlington. And if I'm outside and I'm listening to the birds, instead of just sort of being on my phone or my iPad, what I could do is actually listen to them and feel that joy of their song. That's what they're talking about. Link into those tiny moments of joy. That's how important this is. When the Vikings would come home after a day of, I don't know, taking down other people's villages and ruining their lives, they'd sit around the fire drinking their mead, and they'd look at each other and say, what's your Winjo? What's your joy? What gives you passion? That's what this rune is about, and that's what the universe is asking you today. What is your passion? Find it again. It's there underneath all those layers, all of those walls. It's still there, and that's what you need to hold on to. Okay? So our second rune is Ingoods. There we go. So Ingoods is very different rune. It's a male rune. So, I was talking a bit about gender. So in Norse terms, the male is the doer. He's the action person. So this is all about action. And if you look at the 3 first letters of this rune, I-N-G, those are the letters that we put on words when we're going to do something. I'm coming to your house. I'm doing the laundry. It's that sort of thing. It's that action-based energy. So this is transformative, but it's transformative through action. But sometimes this rune actually is really about inner work. It's not about, I'm going to go down and fix the fence, that sort of thing. This is about doing your inner work. So again, it goes along really well with Winjo because it's talking about the inner stuff. It's talking about you work on you first. That's what they're asking. And it's almost like transformation through that isolation of inner work that you find your true self. So these 2 runes are very much about that, about going inward and finding your true self, finding the truest part of you and finding the joy within that. So that's my message for you today, and I wish you all good health, safety, and wellness. Bye-bye.